there may be, not just on this fire, but across the state, an increase in fire behavior as we have conditions that are not conducive to fire activity, but they're conducive to fire growth.
From the Salt Lake Valley to southern Utah, first responders are on edge tonight as fire danger grows across the entire state. Joining us for 2 News at 6 o'clock tonight, I am live just above the campus of the University of Utah. Behind me, a burn scar that was left behind by the Bonneville Fire. Over the weekend, many people inside the university hospital and the university system here worried about those flames that were so close by. If you lived on the opposite side of the valley, you could see those flames as well. Luckily today, crews have gotten a better handle on it. Those flames have died down, and we're told that families that live close will finally be able to sleep a little. Let's go over a little of this information that crews are working on. The fires burned nearly 500 acres so far, but good news, they are working their way up with containment at 5%. Authorities say someone did start this fire. This afternoon at 3 o'clock, they said that federal investigators are working to figure out exactly how this fire started. First responders say people who live in this area, though, definitely will be able to get a better night's sleep tonight. People who are not sleeping well right now, the people evacuated from their homes. We're talking about the iron fire, this one burning in Juab County, crossing over into Utah County, parts of Tooele County. There's a meeting going on tonight for those families who are affected, who are out of their homes, wondering if everything they left behind is okay. David Ochoa is live for us in Santa Cruz tonight, where those families are gathering and hoping to get some answers for the first time in just a few days. David.
Yeah, we're here at Apple Valley Elementary in Santa Quin, which is just a few miles away from where most of the emergency setup in Goshen is. So a lot of the residents from Eureka will be here tonight at 6:30 just to hear from fire officials, to get a little bit more information, get their questions answered, and just to see maybe when they can go back home. We just talked to a man here who showed up who said he's been living in a trailer for the last 3 days, and he's just hoping to learn when they might be able to get back home here. So again, this is going to happen in about half an hour here. More people are showing up every minute just to get more information. And if you can't make it here to Santa Quin, to the elementary school, to see it, Utah Fire Info on Facebook will be streaming this meeting live. So if you can't make it, you need to watch it some other way, you can do it in that way. But we'll be here at 6:30 just watching the meeting, see if what information comes from that, from the updates and those questions again, and the answers that residents get. And we'll bring that to you here on KUTV. Reporting live from Santa Quin, David Ochoa, KUTV 2 News.
David, thank you. The iron fire now is the largest burning in our state, close to 25,000 acres. The last time it was mapped, we'll get some updated numbers later tonight. It continues to grow in size. They're at 0% containment. If you live in multiple counties, you've been seeing those flames as you go to bed over the last couple of nights. Leslie Duarte has been in Eureka talking to families and firefighters there.
The evacuation center in Alberta, where people have been staying. This is about 15 minutes away from the town of Eureka. Right behind me is the fire that is burning on this hillside. At times we've seen fire activity pick up. Right now the winds have calmed down, but that could change at any moment. Fire officials tell me about 600 people have been evacuated, some of which we have met here in the evacuation center. This is video of the moment people in Eureka were evacuated as smoke filled the sky. Daniel Rosenbaum was amongst those leaving. He describes what he saw.
By the time we made it out, the sky was black and red. There was ash falling the size of my fingernails down on us. I couldn't see more than 15 feet in front of my car, and it looked like a horror movie.
Now this other video taken from inside the town of Eureka Sunday night. It shows what the fire department has been saying. The town survived and homes have not been damaged. Rosenbaum thanks the fire crews for protecting the town. There is a community meeting tonight at the Apple Valley Elementary School in Santa Quin. For those that cannot join in person, you can also watch it online. That meeting starts at 6:30. Reporting from Alberta, Leslie Duarte, KUTV 2 News.
Leslie, thank you. We're back in Salt Lake City right now, just above the University of Utah campus, where I think a lot of people would call it a horror show over the weekend as well, whether you were in the hospitals looking out through your windows where you could see the flames on the hillside behind us, or the families who live on the streets nearby. The good news, though, fire crews have been working very hard. There's been an easing of the flames, containment expected to increase. And tonight, homeowners are getting some good news and some reassurance from firefighters. Ariel Harrison is live near this burn scar in the foothills. Ariel.
Yes, after intense fire activity above the city, crews say the Bonneville Fire is finally showing signs of slowing down.
What's it like turning around and seeing that burn scar?
This is wild.
Photographer Daz Bailey lives in Salt Lake and is following Bonneville Fire updates closely.
I know they just lifted the evacuation readiness or whatever in the one area. That's great. I would like to know if it's clear out there now.
We boxed this thing in, is what we're saying.
As of Monday afternoon, the U.S. Forest Service estimates the fire at 566 acres burned and roughly 5% containment. They also lifted the readiness evacuation for Arlington Heights.
They made great success with the crews calling in those drops, with the retardant drops, the air support, and then crews out on the ground are what made the difference in this fire yesterday.
Teams say the weather helped firefighters set a perimeter, gaining an upper hand.
The first day we saw extreme fire activity. The second day we saw moderate fire activity, and today we're seeing minimal fire activity. That isn't to say that there isn't still heat on the mountain.
For many who frequent the foothills, seeing just how close the flames came has been eye-opening.
This isn't the first time we've seen a fire like this in the foothills. How concerning is this to see again?
Oh, this is a top priority for me. I was really worried for the hospital mostly. Got pretty crazy. Yeah, it's just been wild to see how close it got to everything.
Now coming back out here live, take a look at the burn scar. You can see just where the flames came through, charring the hillside. We do know that roughly 150 personnel are assigned to this fire. We do expect a containment update now at any moment tonight. Teams do stress tonight that although they've lifted the readiness evacuation order, that there is still a fire burning, and preparedness in this situation is key. Reporting live from the foothills, Ariel Harrison, KUTV 2 News.
Ariel, thank you. We've seen some of those fire crews where we're standing now. We're on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. You can see how dry this is. This is all the foxtail that grows along here that's just so dry and goes up in those flames so quickly. Just above us, you can see where that burn scar is. Luckily, it didn't make it into the power lines this weekend or down here next to the parking lot by the hospital system. But it was a nerve-wracking weekend. Mother Nature certainly playing a role. It is hot, it's dry. We do want to check in with meteorologist Chase Thomas and to talk a little bit about what we're dealing with tonight and in the days ahead, because Chase, we've already had 3 fires in the foothills of Salt Lake City just in the last week alone.
Yeah, and you can probably tell how smoky it is here in the Salt Lake Valley. Not only in the Salt Lake Valley, but for most of the Wasatch Front, especially to our west and to our south. If you're downwind from some of these fires, including the Hastings fire, that's what a lot of that smoke is coming from out in Tooele County. And for folks in Utah County, it's from the Iron Fire that is burning just to your southwest. We have some of the worst air quality in the entire country right here in the Salt Lake Valley. About 2 hours ago, we were in the red, which is unhealthy. Most of the day, though, in the orange, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups, and that will be the forecast for the next couple days. It's also hot. Temperatures in the low 90s. We're a few degrees above average. The silver lining, though, at least for today, relatively light winds, anywhere between about 5 to 15 miles per hour. It will stay warm through this evening. No jacket needed unless you're right outside the studio. Temperatures, once the sun goes down into the 80s, overnight temperatures staying very mild with those clear skies in the low 70s and upper 60s. I am tracking our next weather maker. Right now, this ridge of high pressure is to our southwest. It's going to get closer to the Four Corners by Wednesday and Thursday. That means maybe a little bit of monsoon moisture increasing. So coming up, I'll let you know where I expect some pop-up thunderstorms, plus our winds. They're going to be increasing again, and that means critical fire danger later this week. I'll let you know which days could be worse coming up my full forecast. Heidi.
All right, Chase, we'll see you in just a few minutes. Our newest fire is burning east of Beaver tonight. This is a live look from a UDOT camera in the area. This is called the Cottonwood Fire. It's already burned about 20 acres. Evacuations are in place for the Hilo Estate area, as well as Little Cottonwood and Little Res campgrounds. Because of all the smoke right now, SR 153 is shut down both directions south of Puffer Lake. The cause is under investigation. They're getting crews out there as quickly as they can. We'll give you updates on that fire as we get more information. We're also keeping a close eye on the Hastings fire. This one's been burning for a bit now in Tooele County. This is near I-80. So far, this is a human-caused fire. It's burned 6,000 acres, 0% containment. Federal, state, and local crews are working together to try to get this fire out. This fire is the reason we are seeing that heavy smoke in our valleys along the Wasatch Front, and especially in Salt Lake County today. That smoke is traveling to other areas because of the weather pattern. There is, however, a little good news in southern Utah. First responders say the Rock Canyon fire, this is the one burning near Kanab, it is at 50% containment. So far, the flames have scorched more than 4,800 acres, and right now, crews are searching for hot spots as they repair areas where the fire is already out. So this is labor intensive. This is where the hand crews come in. Fire activity remains low there. Soon the fire crew will be downsized. For now, though, drivers in the area are asked to use caution if you are in that area. So far this year, there have been 338 wildfires across the state. We're only to June. The first official day of summer was yesterday. 257, 75% of them have been human caused. 55 of them started naturally by lightning. The cause of 25 other fires are still unknown or being investigated at this point. So far, the flames have burned more than 44,000 acres across the state of Utah. Now, all of these fires keeping our air tankers busy, and that's all happening out of the Cedar City Airport. The BLM says this is the only large air tanker base in the southern Great Basin. Its planes responding to fires across Utah, Arizona, and Nevada. They've all got fires right now. Each tanker can hold roughly 4,000 gallons of that fire retardant.
We can have upwards of 100 people here working out here in all different aspects. When things get ramped up, we'll get tankers and air crews from all over the country can show up.
The base there has already broken their all-time daily fire retardant drop record twice this summer. Both times they dropped more than 160,000 gallons of that red retardant. Now, first responders here in Salt Lake City and in other spots around the state are concerned, reminding people it is illegal to fly your drone anywhere near these fires. I know a lot of times people want to get up there, get their visual of it, get pictures, but this is going to hurt other people. It could risk lives. When a drone pops up near a fire, crews do have to stop using their helicopters, their air tankers, because it can put their first responders' lives at risk. Last year, the U.S. Forest Service says there were 218 drone sightings nationwide. These were during an active wildfire. New technology, though, they say, is making it actually a lot easier for police to find these illegal drones, their operators, and then make arrests.
The federal government was running the system. They would notify us of the location, GPS location of a current drone that was up in the air. And the FAA gives out, they require that drones have a remote ID. So it's kind of like a driver license plate in a drone form.
Now, repercussions here range from education and just a warning to $500 fines from both local law enforcement. You can also get them from the FAA as well. So the good idea here is to keep those drones grounded during a fire. We'll keep you updated on all the state's wildfires during the news, also on KUTV.com. And if you haven't already, it is a good time to download the 2 News mobile app.